Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you today?
How you doing?
I'm
Great.
good. I'm good. I'm still a little frightened from this movie, RT. My goodness. Oh my God. You know, I thought I was in bad shape during COVID. Yeah, COVID had nothing on these people, I got to tell you. RT, although, yes, frightening, it really did give me a sense, which is what I think, both of you will discuss in a few minutes, but a real sense of what you will do to survive, A, but B, what it means to be a family and how important that is. So,
Mhm.
Archie, can you start by just discussing, how did this idea come about and, and progress into this beautiful film, honestly?
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it really started to coalesce. I've been writing the script for I'd say over 6 years, and really wanted to do something that was rooted in family, about a family, sort of navigating things. There's a lot of echoes of like my mother and my relationship in the film. You can probably
Yeah.
tell. Although my mom's not a trained Marine killing machine.
But is your
Uh,
mom a badass?
oh, she's a badass. Oh, she's
Okay.
a
Okay.
badass. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. And raised us in a very strict, household, and so there was that, that generational, universal generational struggle, just
Yeah.
want to sort of be out on your own. So that was always there, and I think there was about sort of paying tribute to some of the stuff that I learned from my mother. But then look, I'm a genre kid, and I love a good thriller, and I
Sure.
think the best thrillers to me are character driven, that you really invested in these people that you're following through the and I wanted to do something about farmers and the idea of you have a piece of land, and when times get tough,
Ugh.
what are you going to do to protect it? And that really came about when as you talked about, pandemic. The pandemic really brought that to the forefront, where I really started, when we couldn't go to the grocery and get fresh fruit, I started thinking, man, do I even know how to grow food for my family? Like,
I sure don't. I can tell you that much.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I had to learn that very quickly too,
Sure.
So it
Yeah.
was very much about, then it really solidified, and what would you have to do, if this infrastructure around us starts to crumble,
Yeah. And Michael, for you, congratulations on such a spectacular performance. My God, this guy's a real Papa Bear, I got to tell you. And
Yeah.
for me, watching you, this isn't a story we've not really seen, I think, on film before. The blending of the indigenous and the Black culture, but this beautiful family that you have, like they're just so important to you. How to each other, I meant, how important was it for you to be a part of something like this, and how did it speak to you?
Oh, thank you so much for your thoughts. From the moment I read the script, I wanted to be part of the project. Uh, you know, I like to make movies that I like to watch,
Sure.
and I'm a genre fan. I've been very fortunate in my career to, have played soldiers, to have been involved in films that deal with, post-apocalyptic scenarios. And so this was right up my alley. But again, I'd never read anything quite like it. I'd never read about a family, a blended family, Afro-Indigenous family. Like,
Yeah.
this is, our cultures with so many similarities are sort of kept on these different tracks in terms of cinema and
Mm,
stories. Like they don't seem to cross over, but there's so many places where our experiences and our cultures do cross over.
right.
So when I read the script, I told my team, I was like, I need to do this movie. And it was so exciting. It finally worked out, and there was a lot going on that year. There was a strike,
Yeah.
the SAG after strike. So
Yeah.
there was some hurdles we had to get over, but the experience was incredibly gratifying to me.
Yeah. How do you even start to get into this guy's head? Honestly, what he goes through, and oh my God, I don't know. As a parent, I guess you know, when you're so desperate, yes, anything, your adrenaline kicks in, and of course you'll do anything to save your family. And I was thinking about it. I go, I don't think I could be such a badass like that. I don't know. Maybe I could.
You probably could. It
Yeah.
depends on what you care about, right?
Yeah.
Um, you know, we get enraged about traffic, right?
Sure. Yeah.
We get mad about an order that doesn't come like the way we wanted. So it's interesting in terms of our daily lives how impassioned we can be about something. And when you're talking about family and life and death, I think it was easy to just say, as RT had stated earlier, we were a family, we were a unit, and we had all these relationships and connections and obligations. And when those are threatened,
Yeah.
there's no choice. You simply do what you have to do to protect
Yeah.
them.
100%. RT, let's talk a little bit about bringing Danielle Deadweiler on. I mean, again, she is a rising star. I mean, this woman can do no wrong. She's such a phenomenal actor. For her to take this on and be so tough, and how did you guys connect? And she's also come on as an EP. I mean, clearly it was an important role for her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We were blessed. I mean, I think, everybody in the cast would say that it's Danielle was always like the first person that I wanted for this role. And through a connection, through a friend, Patrick Somerville, who is the showrunner of Station 11. Uh,
Yes.
I had talked to him. I threw a Hail Mary out. I said, "Look, man, I got this script, and I'm thinking about Danielle for the lead." And he's like,
Yeah.
"She's always the right choice for anything."
Yeah. Yeah.
So, he put in a good word. Shout out to Patrick, and she got the material, and then she read it, and she jumped in. She was really with it. She told me, she's like, "I know this woman. I feel her." And I said, "Okay, cool." And she also has, she has a teenage son as well. So I think that relationship between
Oh,
Haley and
yeah.
Manny, that struggle when you're trying to do the best for your family, what you think are the best things, and then as a young, as once a young man, you struggle against your mom and the parental figures of what they want to do. So I think she really related to that. And she's a, she's a generational talent. She's incredible. She can do anything. She's instantly magnetic in any
Yeah.
role that she takes. And and I just thought she could be and she's the badass in the film. Like,
I agree. I
like,
aspire to be her. I have to tell you. Yeah, for
yeah.
sure. We only have a couple minutes, unfortunately. I could talk to you guys for hours about this film. And by the way, the casting of the kids, every single one of them are so brilliant. But Michael, I do want to ask you about working with Danielle and connecting with her, and how important was the backstory of these characters, and bringing it forward into your performances. How important was that? Oh my God, what a story. Unreal.
Thank you. We connected immediately. Danielle and I come from theater,
Yeah.
so we esteem each other's training and background. And many times we were on set together, and she said, "Michael, I'm so glad you're here because, I can rely on you." And here we are, parent figures to this incredible cast,
Yeah.
these young, hungry, inquisitive, curious actors, and they look to us. And so, establishing that rapport between us and the sort of rigor that
Mhm.
she has about her craft and about work, matched mine. So I think, on a working level, it was a match made in heaven. I think in terms of our chemistry, she's she's magnetic. She's incredible to be on screen with. And I watch her and I'm like, okay, I want to be that good. When that we turn around on me. So uh, she's wonderful, a wonderful friend, and inspiring to see someone who does such a wide variety of work
Yes.
commit utterly in scenes and to a character's journey. Inspiring to watch.
Yeah. Just to wrap it up, RT, after working on this and then watching the final product and you know the amazing response at TIFF in the fall, what a thrill for you. I'm sure it was to have your movie premiere here. What do you learn about yourself after making a movie like this?
Oh, wow. I think you learn when you make your first film that and it comes out in some semblance of the way that you imagined it. You learn that what you think and what you have to say is it matters, and you can achieve that. I started in music video world. I've been in television world, but to come with a story from a part of my soul and put it out in the screen, and for it to be what I wanted it to, it's encouraging, and it gives you confidence to keep telling different stories, and realizing that people want to hear different stories as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, please do. Both of you keep telling your stories. You are both just what a fantastic movie. I cannot stop thinking about this one. So thank you so much. I really appreciate your time and best of luck with everything. Thank you, gentlemen.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay.